Thank you, Sam. Walter and Harry, I want to thank both of you. I know your comments were from the heart. We've been close to each other for many, many years now. And here I am, 38 years since I played the game of football, and I'm being inducted into the Hall of Fame. It really wasn't 38 years that they waited to get me in here, because you have to be out of the game for 10 years before you're eligible. So I've only been waiting around now for 28 years. Otis, you were 5 years old when I was eligible. I didn't even know that Charlie George's comments were going to be on here, because I was going to reference those this evening. And I especially brought to my mind when you said, Tony, that when you made the comment of Tom Byer being one of the only players that ever played for and against the University of Miami, and I, unfortunately, was another one of those players. When I was a freshman at the University of Florida. But thank goodness that Charlie gave me that phone call and influenced me and my good friend Bill Debkin, who's here with me tonight, to leave the University of Florida and come to the great University of Miami and to help build the tradition that we have today. To be serious for a moment, it's impossible for me to express my feelings on being selected into the membership of the University of Miami Sports Hall of Fame. There's so many great athletes over the years. To be installed in such a distinguished group is much more than I had ever hoped for or ever dreamed could happen. I definitely want to thank the selection committee for including me and giving me this honor. I want to thank my mother and father, who I'm very privileged to still have with me, for installing in me those qualities that make this honor possible. I was not a young athlete that had inborn natural ability. What I achieved in football was taught to me through my coaches, both in high school and in college. And to them, I want to give thanks. I learned the game of football, but most important, I learned self-discipline and how to win. Yes, how to win, but more important, how to lose. Football has taught me much about life, and the older I get, the more I realize it. But now, before I leave the podium, I have something to do that is of great anxiety for me. I have something that I would like to present to the University of Miami Hall of Fame. I'm sure that all of you have heard in the newspapers recently the common word of a leveraged buyout and junk bonds. Well, tonight, I am going to have a leveraged sellout. But that sellout is not going to be financed by anything as unworthy as junk bonds, something far more important. I want to turn over to the University of Miami Sports Hall of Fame one of my most cherished possessions, one that I've had for a number of years. It's a game football. And it's a football that's autographed by players of the team. It's the team that beat the team that beat Notre Dame. That's the 1950 Purdue-Miami Notre Dame football game. I've said that this ball is one of my most cherished possessions, and it has been since it was given to me by my good friend and former coach, Walter Krzyzewski. Now, Sam, I want it placed in the Hall of Fame where it should be. Sam, it's yours.